What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm at a rummage sale, a very big one, probably the biggest one I go to. Lots of people come to this one, so it's a gamble if you're going to find anything, but we're getting in there. We're checking the toys. Here's a Briar horse I see. Go ahead and grab this right away. It's a pretty decent one, actually, so glad I picked that up. No time to do any research when at a sale like this. You just got to grab stuff, and if you don't like the fast-moving camera, I get it. My head's jerking all over the place. I'm trying to see stuff. So you can always skip to the haul and see everything I found in these videos if you do not enjoy watching this type of footage. So we are trying to get over to the electronics now. I want to see if there's anything good. The problem with a sale like this is I want to be everywhere first. You just can't do that. Here is a Polaroid camera. I didn't realize this was a land camera. I thought it was just, one of the instant cameras. I'm like, oh yeah, for $1, I could probably make some money on this. But yeah, it's just a land camera. They don't really sell well. So put that in the bag. Got some ink there. I believe that was open. Not sure what that was. It looked like maybe a thermos of some sort. And there's a lot of stuff there that's like halfway decent. But right now I want to find the better stuff just in case there's really good items. Here's an item I thought was 50 cents. I thought blue was 50 cents. I put it in there. It ended up being $5. I still sold it and made some good profit on it, so not a bad pickup. I wouldn't say good profit. I made about $10 profit, but there's some KitchenAid mixers down there, but I see a note on them that says that they don't work, and I think they're priced like $40. I just don't want to mess with them. Maybe some money there. I've sold broken KitchenAid mixes before and did all right on them. But at $40, I don't really want to mess with them. Lots of media to look through. Again, I'm just looking to see if there's any, open a box like this and find a bunch of Nintendo games or something. It happened a couple years ago at a rummage sale. I opened a box. It was filled with Nintendo games. So you never know. And that's what makes these really exciting is you just never know what you're going to find. Here's some Jurassic Park Imaginext figures, and I don't know why I didn't just throw that in the bag. You see there, I picked up a playhouse, one of those tree houses, Winnie the Pooh. I've sold before for good money. But I find the Jurassic Park Imaginext hasn't sold well for me, and I actually have a few pieces to sell. So I could have just bought that and threw with it. It's probably like $1. But yeah, I just passed on it. There's some older water guns, some super soakers, I think, but they were in terrible shape. So just pass on those as well. Some sort of tank model, it looks like. All kinds of stuff to look at. It's hard to see everything. As always, if you see something that I may have missed, let me know. A lot of you point out some pretty interesting things I walked past. So at this rummage sale, I believe pretty much everything was probably priced well enough to make profit. And they do have a section where they mark stuff up, like vintage. So, maybe not everything, but this had me really excited. I saw Dyson on it. I'm like, oh, this is one of those Dyson hair wrap things. And I open it up and it's empty. And I'm like, oh no. And I don't know why I'm looking in here like it's going to be in here. I can clearly see it's not. And I'm looking at the instructions and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm just like, my brain's frozen. Like, but the case is still worth picking up. It was only $1. But I'm like, I'm going to just look around here and see if I can find the Dyson Airwrap, because maybe it's just laying here somewhere. I see this. I'm like, oh, there it is. But it's not it. It's a Conair, it said on it. So not the same thing, unfortunately. It was very exciting. Up here, looking at the higher price vintage stuff, even though not everything was high priced up here this time. And if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Helps me out so much. And I do hope you enjoy them. So up here on the table, I'm seeing some... Well, I got a Lego bag, a vintage one. It was only $3, so I'll talk about that later. But I see this clock, and I've been finding some pretty decent clocks out in the wild. So I saw this, I'm like, $1? Why is this up here for $1? This is like their high-priced, vintage, everything special area. So I decided just to pick it up at $1. I figure there's some money in it somewhere, and it's a pretty decent clock, so I'm glad I took the time to buy that. But I go pay for my stuff and I come back in to see if there's anything else. And I see this 1968 Empire blow mold, the snowman here. And it was only $1. I couldn't believe that it was still there, right? Because usually at these rummage sales, people buy anything vintage, especially blow molds. They're the first to go. So I'm just like, I don't know why that's there. But I ended up picking that up. Pick up some other stuff as well my second time around. So that'll be in the haul. But we're also hitting some garage sales. This one, I see some shoes in a box for $1. Some Nike Shocks, and they're pretty good condition. Good enough condition to sell on eBay. So I'm going to pick those up. And there's also some Brooks in here, which are in a good condition as well. Even though somebody just left me some neutral feedback on those, I sold them. I guess they weren't happy. They said they've been worn to the gym or something. I mean, they're pre-owned shoes, and they said shoes are in good condition, but it's clear they've been worn to the gym. I mean, I describe my stuff pretty good. I don't know. You just have to deal with stuff like that. Here at this garage sale, there's a lava lamp. It's plugged in. It looks nice, and it's only $1. So I had to pick that up, and it's not like a older one, but it's still a good enough one that you could probably sell for $25 plus shipping on eBay. So grab that for $1. And I'm seeing like a lot of things priced well, like this combo unit here, which was priced $1 as well. I think it was $1. I can't read that, but I think everything I got here was $1. I got a few combo units today, even a Sony in the box. So good day for those. But I come back and I get this lamp as well because it's $1. And I like the way it looks. So I'm like, oh, I'll use this. I don't think it's going to be worth selling. It's not like a name brand or anything, but I like the style. So I figured I'd try to use it somewhere at $1. Got some toys, some books, it looks like, children's stuff. And want to hurry up and look at this sale, but I don't want to go too quickly because anytime you find a sale where things are priced $1, that's good. You don't want to just miss stuff. This is one of the sales I wish I would have spent a little bit more time. There's quite a few sales going on I was trying to get to. Some of the prices here were high, but some of them were pretty low as well. This is another place I got a combo unit, and it was only $5. Got some pretty decent looking hats. I thought, well, I couldn't read what this hat was because light kept reflecting off of it. So it was $1 or $2. I just ended up buying it. It seemed like a nice enough hat. And military hat as well. People buy those for costumes or even use sometimes. So just checking it to see if there's any major damage before I, drop the $1 or $2 I spent on it. But yeah, I love picking up hats like that. Been finding some good Stetson and dress hats this year. Made some money on. But I found some great items today. Let's jump into it. See what I found. Check it out. This is my haul from some garage sales and a rummage sale. Picked up this stack of records at a sale. All of them were $2. That's why I bought them. Nothing great, I don't think. I don't know a whole lot about these just by looking at them. But there's a few in there that are sealed. So for $2 for all of them, I might just put them on eBay for like $5 and do an auction, 5 plus shipping, of course, because I don't want to eat the shipping cost, and just to see where they go. I'm guessing not great. I have some other just random records that I got cheap too I might put with that, so no idea what to really estimate those in terms of profit, but surely they'd make $10. Then up here we got a couple of lamps I mostly got because they were $1. This chrome one I was thinking about using, so for $1 I just picked it up. I like the way it looks. Then we got a lava lamp, which was plugged in and working great, and it was also $1. I'd probably sell that for about $25 plus shipping. Got a couple shoe deals, paid $1 a piece for these, and they're in good condition. These Nike Reacts should sell for at least $30, and these purple Brooks, which are in good condition, should sell for at least $30. So between the two pairs of shoes, I mean, there's got to be $40 profit there for what I paid for them. Then I picked up a few hats, and I buy hats if they're cheap. And they're interesting. I don't know why. I've just always been a hat buyer. I have hundreds and hundreds of hats. Of course, a lot of them I do sell. I've sort of become a collector of sorts. Picked up this Yeti hat for $1 at a garage sale. You know, I know Yeti coolers and some of their gear is worth a lot of money. I figure the hats weren't. Never come across any in the wild that I can remember, so at $1, I just picked it up. I might even wear it. Again, not much profit in that. We got this military hat. This is a Flight Ace cap. It was only $2 and it's in great condition, so I figured I'd pick that up, should be to make some money on it. And it was looking like I can sell it for about $25. People buy these, you know, for costumes and stuff all the time. I get the authentic stuff. Halloween's coming up as well. We got a Bengals hat here. This is a $9.50 hat. New Era, $2 for this one. I did see one sell for $15 plus shipping, so there is a little bit of profit into that one. And then I picked up this hat at the sale. I was trying to see who the maker was on it, and it just keeps reflecting off of that plastic that's in there. I couldn't read it very well. I saw this hat store, and I thought, well, the hat store is the one that sold it, because I've seen hat stores, you know, to sell Stetsons and stuff. So I just bought it, get it home and research it. It is apparently made by this Bates or Batsakes Bros. I looked it up. I did see some of their hats selling for okay over the past 3 years, but something I might put on there just for $20, you know, see if anyone's interested. So nothing extraordinary in the hats, but for what I paid for the stuff, it's a little bit of profit. This was a good find, I think. This is a Snap-on knife block set, and this is new in there. The box is pretty beat up. Got these Snappy Holidays stickers on there. I actually don't know when this was made, but they have a sticker on there that says new $100. I don't know if this is from an old garage sale and they just changed it to 20, or they thought it was worth $100. She said it was worth $100, but I looked it up once I got home and I saw some 9-piece knife blocks. Even a 9-piece knife block I saw sell for $400, all the way from like $150 to $400. I don't know why that one sold for $400. There's none on eBay, so maybe that was the last one that sold. There's an 8-piece one that sold for, I think it was like $180. I did not see any 7-piece sets. There are some other knife block sets that have like the wrench handles. There's a lot of those on there, but this particular one, I think I'm going to price it at least $150. See if somebody wants to buy it, since some of the other, you know, 8 and 9-piece sets sold for more than that. We'll see. I mean, I paid $20 for it. There's definitely a profit there. Picked up this Canon calculator. This is one of the printing ones. It's new. At the rummage sale, I thought this blue sticker was 50 cents. So I picked that up. Turns out it was $5. And rather than just be like, yeah, I don't want that, I just went ahead and took it anyway, since it was a church sale. You know, I am going to make, I think, $10 profit on it. They were selling for like $25. Can't remember at this point if they were selling for $25 free shipping. I can do free shipping on it. You know, it's not heavy. Throw it in a bubble mailer, ship it pretty easy. So I will get my money back and make a little bit on that. At a sale, I picked up these drill bit set. I think it's a 60-piece drill bit set. This is HUOT St. Paul drill index. Did not know what these were going to be worth, but I've been telling myself if I see tools that I know are going to be worth, I paid $10 for it. Like I know they're going to be worth at least $10. I'm just going to go ahead and buy them because I'm trying to get more proficient at buying tools, because I've been finding some great stuff and making good money on it. Anyway, I am going to make money on these. I think they were selling for, look like between $40 and $60 depending on the set, so should be able to sell those for good money. Then I picked up this. The guy told me he didn't know what it was, and I was having trouble reading the name. It's some sort of air pressure gauge for like a bicycle, I believe, from the 20s. I paid $1 for it. It looked like they were selling for like $15, so make a little bit of money on that as well. It's been a while since I found one of these Coco Motions. Got this at the rummage sale and nobody picked it up. It was kind of, you know, late, like 30 minutes after I had been there. $2. These sell better, you know, when it starts to get cold. I found them new before and sold them for like $120, $130. Pre-owned, you can typically get between $30 and $40, and they sell very quickly. It's a great deal for $2. I also picked up this Breyer horse, which I believe is Breyer. From my research, I could not find the name on there, just the USA. But I found this exact horse that was being sold for like $25 on eBay. I don't know what I even paid for that. Not much at all. I don't think over $1. Here is a Centurion clock. And the reason I picked this up, because it was only $1 at the rummage sale. Kind of strange they only priced it that, because they had it up in their high priced section. So I saw it for $1. I'm like, I have to pick it up. Turns out it's not bad. Working like $75 plus shipping. I was seeing some styles like this sell on eBay, and this is working. I had it wound up for a while and everything was working. It was keeping time. It's got the key. So I'm probably going to put it on for like $50 plus shipping because it does have a little bit of, edge damage where it's been handled over the years. But yeah, for $1, why not? Also at the rummage sale for $3, I picked up this Lego storage cloth. It's just a cloth bag to put your Legos in. It's from the 70s. But anything old like this, Lego, price only $3. I'm going to buy it. Didn't know what it was going to be worth. Looking pretty good. The only one I saw on eBay was, seems like the UK, and they had $50 plus shipping on it. I did see a comp for one new that sold for over $100. It's hard to tell, if these things are new because they didn't put tape on the edges. I don't think most of the time when they sold this stuff in the 70s, there is some tape there, but that's just been added by somebody. So at minimum, I'm going to put this on there for $50. I'll probably try 75 to start, so could end up being a good pickup on that. This, however, is not a good pickup. It was only $1. I saw the Polaroid rainbow colors, color pack 2. I just grabbed it. I thought it was a Polaroid camera. Some of these, are great, especially in the box. Has the manual. It has like the styrofoam in there. What I didn't realize was it was just a land camera, which generally those are kind of worthless. I only have $1 into it though. I'll probably throw it with some other throwaway cameras that I have. Sell it a lot. Get my money back, make a little bit. Here's something else I could not believe was still at the rummage sale. I went and paid for my stuff and then came back in and went over and found this. It's only $1. It's 1968 Empire Snowman blow mold, and these have went down in value because I found one a few years ago at Goodwill and I think they were worth like 50 or 60 bucks in. What it's looking like on eBay now, around $30 I should be able to sell this for. So this was very disappointing. This is a Dyson. I believe it's a curling iron, something to do with the hair. Well, I should say it's just the case. I saw it and I'm like, oh, Dyson, this is one of those hair things, curling irons. What is it exactly? Dyson Airwrap, that's what it was. And these things actually sell for like $400 new, about $250 pre-owned. I decided to buy the case. It was only $1 and it looks like I can sell the case for like 25, 30 bucks. It's in great condition. Here's a vintage Winnie the Pooh treehouse play set with some figures, lots of accessories. Now I sold one of these a few months ago. I think I sold it for $80. This one has more accessories but less figures than what I sold mine for. So at minimum, I'm selling this lot for 50 bucks plus shipping. I might get anywhere up to 75 for it, but it was only $4, so of course I picked it up. That came from the rummage sale as well. Then we got a stack of electronics, various prices. You can see the Sony DVD VCR recorder down there. At first I thought this was brand new. Very excited, to find a Sony brand new because it's like $400 or $500 I can sell it for. It is open box and it does look new in there, but the woman told me that the lady was selling it had opened it and not used it or not used it much. So I'm gonna have to sell it as at least new open box is the, if it is actually new, I get in there. I'm still gonna have to test it because I don't know if it has been used or just taken out of the plastic, right? So still in the box with the remote and everything. Everything looks great in there. I still should be able to sell it for at least like $125, $140 plus shipping. Paid $25 for it. Then we got a couple of other units. The Philips I paid $1 for, and the Sanyo I paid $5 for. Both people told me they work. Should be able to sell the Philips for about 60 plus shipping. The Sanyo, if it's working, I could probably get 80 plus shipping for that one. So adding up these electronics, I'm going to make a great profit. And then we got this, which I think is a pretty decent pickup. It is a vintage Carhartt jacket. It does have some wear on it around the sleeves, some small holes, like a tear here on the collar. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I paid $2 for it. I think I'm just going to throw it up on auction, start it at like $10 and just let people bid it up who wants it. The tag is so faded, I can't really do proper research on it. I don't think it's like a really good jacket like the Detroit jacket I sold earlier in the year for $500, right? But people still buy them even with some grease and some holes in them. So we'll do an auction. We'll see what happens on that. There it is, everybody. That's my haul for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Before you go, hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. Are you subscribed? I hope so. This has been Wick. Until next time.